Deep in the deserts of Saudi Arabia lies an oil field so vast it's been dubbed the eighth wonder of the world, the king of the supergiant oil fields, and the crown jewel of the Middle East. It is Ghawar. Stretching over 2,000 square miles, the amount of oil in this one place is worth nearly 4 times more than every single ounce of gold held by every central bank in the world combined. It's the reason why the owner of this field, Saudi Aramco, soared to become the largest company in the world as the first business to ever hit a $2 trillion market cap, before Google, before Microsoft, and even before Apple. In short, Ghawar is arguably the greatest wealth-generating resource in the history of mankind. That is, until now. Because there is an untapped energy resource that's much larger, that up until recently has been out of reach, yet that's all changed with the help of one tiny Silicon Valley company. You see, they've discovered how to use artificial intelligence to crack open the largest untapped energy source on the planet, making it available at scale for the entire globe. To be clear, this resource isn't oil or uranium, solar, wind, gas, hydropower, coal, fusion, or anything like that. In fact, I can say with an almost complete certainty you've never heard of this green energy resource before. Yet it makes the Ghawar field look small fry. Seriously. In just 1 year in the US alone, this untapped energy source provides 5 times the total power output of the entire Ghawar field. Let me repeat that. Just 1 year of this resource in the US alone is 5 times the power produced by arguably the greatest wealth-generating resource in the history of mankind. There's really no way to overstate just how big this is. It means the companies tapping this resource are sitting on a $1 trillion treasure trove. And in the next few moments, I'm going to give you the details of the tiny Silicon Valley company that's central to this incredible breakthrough, and how you can invest starting with less than $15. So please pay close attention, because this isn't something that's coming in a decade. This is happening now, folks. In fact, this company's AI-based software, what I call the Infinite Energy Platform, is in the early stages of taking the country by storm. Already, major companies like Google, Walmart, Facebook, Home Depot, Wells Fargo, and UPS, they're all scrambling to roll out Infinite Energy software at businesses across the nation, with the entire world in this company's crosshairs. It's easy to understand why, because Infinite Energy software is now able to harness a never-ending stream of the most inexpensive energy the world has ever seen. So early adopters are already seeing massive savings. In fact, thanks to all the new energy software and tech, many Americans could soon reach a point where electricity costs them almost nothing. Wired magazine reports that Colorado resident Katila E. is currently paying as little as $12 a month for energy, and that millions of homes are set to benefit from the same level of savings as new energy technology spreads across the globe. Imagine it, paying your entire month's energy bill for the same as a couple of Big Mac meals? That's why Elon Musk, the world's richest man, says the goal with this kind of technology is a complete transformation of the entire energy infrastructure of the world, with Forbes reporting that it will change the future of electricity, while Standard & Poor's says this technology is so transformational, it's like going from sci-fi to reality. And with the entire energy market up for disruption, the size of this opportunity is astonishing. There was a time when the richest people in the world were energy entrepreneurs, like oil man John D. Rockefeller. He's considered the richest man in history with a net worth of over $400 billion in today's money. That's more than double Jeff Bezos' current fortune. And now we're returning to that. Only this time it's green energy technology, like infinite energy software, at the forefront. That's why investors are pouring money into this sector at an unrelenting pace, trying to get a piece of the action. According to Bloomberg, green tech funds surpassed $35 trillion in invested capital by 2020, and they're on track to reach $50 trillion by 2025. That's equal to 1/3 of the world's investments. Now, as CNBC reports, there's no hotter area on Wall Street than green tech. The New York Times' top tech expert says the world's first trillionaire will be a green tech entrepreneur. And the Wall Street Journal writes, green finance is now looking less like a niche interest of socially conscious investors and more like a sustainable gold rush. Because smart investors have realized jumping on green tech is no longer about being woke, it's about making money. In fact, Reuters reports that green tech funds were up 320% higher on average than non-green tech funds last year. Yet the smartest money in this sector is backing the company behind infinite energy software. For example, Peter Thiel, the man Forbes, Fortune, and The New Yorker all call the best tech investor in history, he's an early backer of the company behind infinite energy software. And history shows he has an amazing ability to pick huge winners early. His instinct led him to buy into Facebook as the first outside investor, where he saw gains of over 200,000% in just 8 years. It led him to make breathtaking amounts of money as an early backer of Airbnb, and now it's led him to the company behind infinite energy software. And as I continue to lay out the case behind this incredible breakthrough, I'm sure your instinct will reach the same conclusion as Peter Thiel, that this company is a very smart place to put your money. Because I still haven't mentioned what is perhaps the most exciting tailwind of all. My research shows the company behind infinite energy software is on the cusp of receiving a huge round of government funding. In fact, the US government has earmarked $65 billion for the green energy sector in the new infrastructure bill. And the small Silicon Valley company developing infinite energy software is a top candidate to grab a huge chunk of this cash. You see, they're the industry leader in an area the government is directly funding in Section 40107 of the bill. And if we've learned anything from the recent stock market history, it's this. When the government backs a disruptive green technology, the gains can be explosive. In fact, this is the business model Tesla has used to become one of the greatest stock investments in history. Elon Musk's company rocketed higher soon after going public in 2010, alongside a huge injection of government funding, and has gone on to hit gains of over 26,000% from then to now. Yet here's the thing. According to my research, the pool of government funding flying toward the sector where infinite energy is located, it's 22 times more than what the government gave to Tesla over their entire history as a company. It's big. Now, even if this company gets a fraction of this money, it could kickstart their journey to becoming one of the biggest companies in the world. They could take off like a rocket any day now, never to come back down. Of course, I can't say this company will definitely become a better investment than buying Tesla in the early 2010s, but the potential is definitely there. It has all the ingredients. Yet here's the best part. This company's stock is still cheap. And given everything I've told you so far, I realize that may sound a little strange, but there is a simple explanation. The average investor has no idea what they do and the implications of their artificial intelligence software, because it's doing something that's never been done before. However, rest assured, in the next few moments, I'm going to lay it all out in plain English. So if you take the time to watch this video right now, you will understand this exciting technology ahead of 99% of other investors. I'm talking about a technology that will soon be talked about by everyone, everywhere, across social media, in the news, even at the dinner table with relatives. And you will be ahead of the pack. In the past, advanced knowledge of a disruptive technology like this has made early investors rich, if they acted on it by making the right investment. And that's why in the next few moments, I'll reveal everything you need to know to act now, including how Infinite Energy software has cracked open the world's largest untapped energy source for the first time using AI, how this is going to disrupt the $7.6 trillion global energy market, plus all the details of the company behind Infinite Energy so you can buy in immediately if you choose. But before I do, let me introduce myself. My name is Adam Odell, and breaking down new technologies and picking the companies that are set to benefit, well, that's my bread and butter. I'm a former specialized hedge fund manager, and currently I'm the chief investment strategist at the independent research firm Money and Markets. I write every day to more than 250,000 readers on cutting-edge investment trends and how to use adaptive investing to exploit those trends for maximum benefit. And lately, I've been making a splash across the internet for my accurate stock picks. In the last year, through my top-performing untracked picks, I've hit peak gains like 684% in 8 months on Plug Power, another play in the green tech energy space. 544% in 7 months on Dayco New Energy Corporation, another green tech energy play. 526% in 5 months on MicroStrategy Incorporated, a blockchain company. 496% in 5 months on Fulgent Genetics, a cutting-edge biotech company. And 302% in 7 months on Aptivo Therapeutics, another cutting-edge biotech play, among many other big winners. Of course, not all my picks turn out like this. Some don't win, especially when the broader market experiences headwinds, which can impact some of my picks. Yet there's nobody with a 100% track record of picking winners. You already know that. But the reason I'm becoming so well known is because when I get it right big. In fact, the last time I recorded a presentation like this one, it went viral. It was viewed over 7 million times. That means enough people watched it to fill the Rose Bowl 78 times over. It hit 4.4 million views on YouTube alone. Yet anybody who saw that presentation was handed an incredible opportunity. Because if you took immediate action by investing in the stock I detailed, I'm proud to say you could have banked nearly 100% when we sold half the position after just 4 months, with the remaining shares hitting 412% in just 8 months. And while the stock has since dropped from its highs, we're still holding it because my research shows there is a lot more to come. Of course, I don't mention any of my recent stock picking success to brag. It's to show you that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to picking stocks with huge upside potential. And to impress upon you that watching this presentation right now is in your best interest. Because here's the thing, I'm really not that comfortable bragging on myself. I'm a small town boy at heart. I grew up in the heartland of America in a little place called Huntington, West Virginia, a town of just 50,000 people. There was one road in and one road out. My grandparents still live there. They come from humble beginnings and worked honest blue-collar jobs to give me the opportunity to excel in the world of high finance, to become a financial analyst in the top 1% of the world, and to be in front of you today. For that, I am incredibly grateful. And honestly, helping folks like my grandparents is a big part of the reason I left the hedge fund world behind and started with Money and Markets. Now, rather than fattening the bank account of some whale investor, I get to help regular Americans get an edge in the market with adaptive investing, something that in the past was only available if you had multi-million dollars to invest. And that feels great. Of course, it wasn't just helping others that led me down this path. My lifestyle is now infinitely better. Instead of working 12-hour days in a corporate office, I work from my secluded trading bunker in South Florida. And the only office politics I play is with my wife and newborn son, who I get to spend a ton of quality time with. In short, I get to do more of what I love. Because I'm the kind of guy who prefers to sit alone, digging deep into the markets, researching and honing the cutting-edge software that powers adaptive investing. And that's what I get to do every day now. I get up at the crack of dawn like a boy raised in farmer's country, but instead of a tractor or a plow, my tools are elite market scanning software, stock charts, and spreadsheets. And my mission is to find the absolute best opportunities the market has to offer. And that's why I have my eyes trained on the company behind Infinite Energy software. I believe they're set to become a household name as they disrupt the $7.6 trillion energy market, potentially making early investors a fortune. Especially because my research shows they're on the cusp of accessing a huge slice of $65 billion in government funding, which could send their stock soaring, never to come back down again. But you're probably wondering, how does infinite energy software work? And what is the largest unused energy source on the planet it's tapping into for the first time? Well, that energy source is something I call trapped energy. Most people don't know this, but more than 60% of the energy we produce here in America is wasted every year. That's right, 60%. This means a ton of the power we generate is simply trapped in the grid. And the numbers are staggering. All told, there's 12 trillion kilowatt hours of trapped energy going to waste each year. I've already showed you how that's equivalent to 5 times the total output of the Ghawar field in Saudi Arabia, which is arguably the greatest wealth-generating resource in the history of mankind, responsible for the astonishing growth of Saudi Aramco, the world's first $2 trillion company. But let me give you another way to think about the size of this untapped resource. 1 year's worth of trapped energy in the US alone could power the entire country of Canada for, get this, almost a quarter of a century. Like I said earlier, there's really no way to overstate just how big this is. So, what's going on? Well, in large part, it's a problem with the legacy power grid. With our old system, the power generated and the power consumed must balance each other out perfectly. That means if more power is produced than is needed, which happens every day all over America, it's simply trapped in the power grid with nowhere to go. Now, the legacy grid has systems for dumping this trapped energy by converting it into heat or even running it through a huge bank of light bulbs. Yet, that's the equivalent of growing an entire crop, and when it's ready to eat, just burning it before it can be consumed. It's so wasteful, especially because this isn't uranium that needs to be mined. It's not oil trapped miles underground, and it's not even a solar panel that just needs to be bolted onto a roof. This is power that's already been generated. It's ready, it's available, and the scale of it is breathtaking. But this is where infinite energy software comes in. With each passing day, this breakthrough technology is turning more and more trapped energy into usable energy, which means trillions of extra kilowatts could potentially power American homes and businesses for the first time. And it gets better. According to billionaire venture capitalist Chamath P., that extra capacity translates into trillions of dollars. He says there are trillions of dollars sitting inside the energy generation infrastructure of the world. This means trillions of dollars of unrealized revenue is just waiting to be unlocked for the first time. And like I said, this is where infinite energy software shines. It's tapping this $1 trillion reserve of trapped energy and turning it into power we can use. And while software being at the root of the next breakthrough in energy might seem strange to energy barons of the past, or even of a decade ago, in today's world, it makes perfect sense. This is just the next example of software that optimizes our existing infrastructure, changes the world, and that, in the past, has made early investors a fortune. Take Uber, for example. Before they came along, millions of cars sat unused each day. With the Uber app, all of these trapped resources were brought online for the first time, turning millions of cars into taxis. In short, Uber software allowed us to optimize what already existed into something entirely new. By unleashing these trapped resources, Uber successfully disrupted the global taxi industry. Before it went public, the company was worth just $50 million. As a result, it saw its valuation shoot up 152,000% in 10 years. That's just like what Airbnb did. Millions of apartments, guest houses, and beach homes went unused for large parts of the year. And then when Airbnb came along, their software unlocked these trapped resources, turning each one into a potential hotel. Not only did it disrupt the global hotel industry, Airbnb saw its market value skyrocket 144,000% in 10 years' time. And now it's happening in the energy space. Infinite Energy Software is optimizing and unleashing trapped resources in our power grid to create an entirely new form of hyperpower. Here's how it works. Infinite Energy Software uses AI to collect 700,000 raw data points per second from the power grid. Now, this allows them to tap into an ever-growing universe of connected storage batteries and automatically grab much of this trapped energy and store it before it's lost, meaning that energy can now be used again. And with trillions of kilowatt hours of trapped energy up for grabs, the impact this will have on energy is transformational. In fact, this ability to harness trapped energy is in the early stages of ushering in a new era of cheap, abundant electricity, the likes of which the world has never seen before. And soon, many Americans could pay next to nothing for electricity. In short, this company is using software to disrupt the entire energy industry in an even more transformational way than Uber and Airbnb did with their markets. And here's the thing. The global energy industry, it's 13 times larger than the hotel industry and 110 times the size of the taxi industry. So the growth here could be almost unimaginable. Now, there's a reason the New York Times' top technology expert says the world's first trillionaire will come from the green energy space. And the company developing Infinite Energy Software is on its way to becoming a central player. I'm sure you can understand why the greatest tech investor in history is an early backer of this company. And with $65 billion in government funding about to light a fire under this market, now is the time to get in, because they could be days away from soaring, never to come back down again. And here's the thing. Thanks to their patented AI software, they are the number one choice in the industry right now, even over big players like Tesla. Of course, you probably know Tesla as an electric vehicle company, but that's only part of the story. Tesla is also pursuing their own version of Infinite Energy Software. In fact, Tesla's government-backed push into the energy market is the biggest reason their stock has soared over the last couple of years. As Barron's reports, Tesla stock is soaring again because there's more to the company than cars. And tech billionaire and famous investor in Tesla, Chamath P., says plainly, Tesla is an energy business, with even Elon Musk saying that their energy business could soon be bigger than EVs. As I said, the main reason Tesla stock soared sky high recently is because of their potential in the energy market. And this is the exact same market that the company behind Infinite Energy Software is on its way to dominating. Take California, for example. They're the largest energy market in America, yet Infinite Energy Software has already completed 2.5 times as many installations than Tesla in California. And that is just the beginning. Infinite Energy Software is now in the process of deploying in more than 200 cities around the world, with more rushing to join every single day. In fact, this company's software is so in demand, the most recent numbers show they have $221 million in backlogged orders. The sky is the limit on their growth, folks. Disrupting the energy market is a $1 trillion opportunity. Remember, this is the reason why Tesla's stock is priced so high right now. Yet the company behind Infinite Energy is already way ahead. And look, I'm not suggesting that Tesla won't be a significant player in the rollout of green energy technology. They absolutely will. But Tesla is currently a $1 trillion company with all their potential for disrupting the energy market already priced in. While the company behind Infinite Energy Software, the company that's currently in pole position over Tesla, they're valued at just $2 billion with all the potential growth ahead of them. So just imagine the upside here. I'll put it this way. I know which stock I'd rather be in, especially because they have another huge advantage over Tesla. They're not trying to make hardware. They're a software-focused company, which means they can invest less to make more. There's no cost associated with hardware research and development or the expense of warehousing. And that's why, on average, software plays are the market's most profitable companies, and why software is easily one of the best performing market segments of the past 15 years, with the best software companies delivering 5 times the gains of the S&P 500 on average. And the company behind Infinite Energy is on track to become the next great software company, up there with Uber, Airbnb, Facebook, Microsoft, Cisco, and Oracle. I truly believe they have this kind of potential, especially because they've achieved everything I've talked about before they've accessed a single dime of government funding. Yet they're in prime position to receive a big chunk of the $65 billion the government is set to push into the green energy market. And like I said, this could throw gasoline on an already raging fire. This government funding could flow in the next month or the next week, or even in the next few days. We just really don't know, which is why you need to invest now, because we know what government support did for Tesla. Elon Musk's company hit gains of more than 26,000% in just 12 years. Now, I believe the same kind of thing could happen with the company behind Infinite Energy Software, especially because the amount of money up for grabs is 22 times what the government granted to Tesla, meaning the company behind Infinite Energy Software could become one of the best investments of the decade. Of course, nothing is ever guaranteed when it comes to investing, so you should never bet the farm. But there is a reason I'm pounding the table on this company. I believe the potential is enormous, especially because, as I've mentioned, they're still cheap. Like I said, the technology is not that easy to get your head around, so most people just don't understand this opportunity. But you're not like most people. By taking the time to listen to my presentation today, you've learned more about Infinite Energy Software in the last 15 minutes than 99.9% of the global population currently knows. That means you're in a great position to get in ahead of the crowd and take advantage of your smart decision to watch this program today. But as I keep saying, you need to act now, because all this knowledge will soon be priced in, which means this stock can't stay this cheap for long. Now, I could go on and on about this company. I could tell you how their management team has 150 years of combined experience in the energy markets, how they're smashing revenue forecasts as their growth explodes, or that they have zero debt and $525 million in the bank. But instead of doing that, why don't I just send you a full report with all the information you need to jump on board so you can buy it today. The report is titled "The Tiny Company Dominating Tesla in the $1 Trillion Green Energy Race." And I want to rush you a copy right now, totally free of charge, when you take a no-risk trial subscription to my newsletter. Because I fully believe that buying this stock right now could change your life. This could be the one company that helps you take your portfolio and your lifestyle to the next level, which is why I'm going to make it super simple for you. Inside the report, you'll get the ticker symbol, you'll get a more in-depth breakdown of the company, plus my recommended buy-up to price. In short, everything you need to inform yourself to go out and buy this stock immediately. But that's not all. I also want to send you a second bonus report with details on 2 more companies riding this fast-moving trend. It's called "The Top 2 Battery Innovators Set to Take the Green Tech Boom by Storm." Why battery companies? Well, batteries are essential to the functioning of Infinite Energy Software. You can't have one without the other. They make it possible to gather trapped energy and also to deliver the lowest cost form of energy at any given time, because they can store power when it's cheapest. That means the market demand for batteries is going to be insatiable. Demand is expected to grow 50% every single year for the next 5 years. Let me repeat that. It's not 50% growth over 5 years, it's 50% growth every year for the next half decade at least. Now that means the demand for battery storage is set to grow 21 times faster than the overall economy. And with that level of demand, there are battery companies out there that are going to benefit massively. I believe I have the name of 2 of them. Let's start with the first stock in this bonus report. Now, this company runs a fully operational battery production factory located in the Pacific Northwest. They build large-scale batteries with huge amounts of storage. The type of batteries that are great for grabbing and storing trapped energy. And they have a powerful competitive advantage. Their batteries require none of the rare earth elements that their competitors fight for, like cobalt or copper, which are both needed in vast quantities to make today's batteries. In fact, this company's battery ingredients are close to complete environmental sustainability. You just need salt, water, and iron. Now, this makes their batteries cheaper to produce, but it also means they hold a charge for longer than regular batteries. It means they don't wear down, and there is zero risk of them catching fire. With green tech credentials like this, they're well positioned to take advantage of this booming sector. Their stock is trading at just $9 a share right now. But in my opinion, they won't be cheap for long because their revenue is set to explode. Their sales over the past 12 months are estimated at $2 million, yet over the next 12 months, their revenue is projected to balloon to $37 million. And the year after that, they're expecting to make $300 million. That's a projected increase of 15,000% in just 2 years, which explains why some of the biggest blue chip chemical companies like BASF and SoftBank Energy are backing them. I'll outline everything you need to know to grab this stock right away in my report. Plus, I'll give you the details on a second battery stock. Now, this company has done something truly incredible. They've revolutionized the existing lithium-ion battery structure and made it 30% more powerful. This means they can make smaller, more powerful batteries. And this makes them desirable for manufacturers of phones, laptops, smartwatches, and any device where space is at a premium. And that's why some of the biggest tier 1 tech companies, I'm talking companies like Intel, Cypress, and Qualcomm, have become strategic partners with this company. Plus, thanks to their 70 patents, they have an effective moat protecting their powerful competitive advantage. This company is trading cheaply right now, yet their first commercial product launch is planned for within the next 6 months, which means revenue is set to start pouring in. They could appreciate considerably in the days, weeks, and months ahead, meaning now is a great time to get in. Again, I'll give you all the details in my report. Yet that's still not all. I also want to send you a third bonus report for free today. It's called From $1 Billion to $100 Billion, Writing the Holy Grail of Battery Tech. Now, before I tell you about this company, I do have to stress that it's at an earlier stage than the company behind Infinite Energy Software, and even my top 2 other battery plays as well. It's more speculative, cheaper to buy into, and so the risk is higher. Now, don't get me wrong, I believe it could be a huge company in the long run. Just don't bet the farm on it. And luckily, you don't even have to. My research shows a modest stake could transform into life-changing gains. Let me give you the details. This little company could be about to shake up the world. They're developing a new type of battery that promises a 10 times jump in power, a usable lifespan of up to half a century, and that can complete a full charge in just 3 minutes. Think about that. It means having the ability to store and release reams of trapped energy in a battery that doesn't degrade for decades, bringing down electricity costs even further. And if this technology can reach electric vehicles, which is an almost certainty, it means cars that can travel over 500 miles on a single charge, recharge in the same time it takes to fill a car with gas, and with a battery that lasts half a lifetime. That's why Harvard has called this type of battery the holy grail of batteries. According to experts, it's a matter of when and not if this battery takes the world by storm. Yet the microcap company in this report is at the forefront of this developing technology. As reported in Popular Mechanics, their CEO says that they are years ahead of most rivals. That's why global giants Ford and BMW are backing them. And I believe you should too. They're worth around $1 billion right now, but with a technology lead in a market that's set to be worth hundreds of billions of dollars in short order, their growth could be staggering. I'm predicting they could eventually soar to $100 billion within 7 years. That's why you want to own it right now, which is why I've included it in my third bonus report titled From $1 billion to $100 billion, Writing the Holy Grail of Battery Tech. And it's yours today, free of charge, if I hear from you. By the way, that makes 3 bonus reports I want to send you today at no cost. All you need to do to get these 3 reports rushed to you for free is take a risk-free trial subscription to my newsletter. Introducing Green Zone Fortunes. Green Zone Fortunes is my monthly research service designed to show you how to rapidly increase your net worth. And here's how it works. Each month, I select my #1 stock in the markets. I'm talking about the single investment that I believe is best poised to make you money. To be clear, I don't only recommend green energy stocks or big tech plays. I simply go where the profit potential is the biggest. Unlike many other investment research services, we don't limit ourselves to one sector. That means my #1 stock of the month could be a financials company, an automotive company, or even a commodity play. I mentioned earlier that I use something called adaptive investing. This is my secret sauce. It's the reason why people who work at some of the biggest banks and financial institutions in the world turn to me for advice, including US Bank, Morgan Stanley, Merrill Lynch, Raymond James, Edward Jones, UBS, and Deutsche Bank. Folks from all these global powerhouses gladly pay to receive Green Zone Fortunes each month, which is humbling. But what is adaptive investing? Well, in a nutshell, this means my team and I look at the market with a profit-making precision and adapt to the market to find the best opportunity at any given time. We don't play favorites. We care about finding the stocks that are going up. That's it. And our proprietary process is very good at doing that. We start by using our Green Zone rating system. Now, this is my own AI-based software. It scans the entire universe of 8,000 US stocks each month to find the top performing companies, no matter the sector. It ranks each company on 6 powerful factors that predict future stock growth, giving each stock a rating between 0 and 100. The handful of companies that get a rating of 90 or higher get the coveted designation of being a green zone stock. These are stocks that my system determines are poised to explode way higher over the days, months, and years ahead. Yet I don't stop there. From this high-powered list of stocks, I handpick just one each month, the best green zone stock on the market. This is the one company each month that has an undeniable X factor. It could be an emerging megatrend set to power it forward. It could be an undeniable technical setup, or it could be a recent government mandate that's set to light a rocket under a specific sector, or even a combination of all of them, like with the company behind Infinite Energy Software. And once I picked this stock, I sent the details straight to your inbox. That's right, you'll get the ticker of the best stock out of 8,000 along with detailed research and analysis sent straight to you. In short, I do all the heavy lifting. All you have to do is read my simple research, choose to buy in, and watch your potential profits pile up. Of course, that's not to say we win every pick. And at the moment, we have some down positions in the portfolio. That's completely normal, even for the best hedge fund managers in the world. We don't hide these things. Another thing we don't hide is the incredible things that can happen for members under our guidance and with our stock picks. Like in the case of Fred P., who is on his way to early retirement thanks to Green Zone Fortunes. Now, this is one of my favorite notes ever. He wrote, "When I signed up with you, I set a fairly unrealistic goal for myself to shoot for 50% annual profits for the next 5 years in order to retire early. Well, so far this year, I am at 95% return for my entire account and up $100,000. It's really mind-blowing. I subscribe to a couple of other newsletters, but yours is my favorite." Another one of my favorite notes comes from Don L., who made a huge gain in just 6 months. He says, "I sold half my position in Canadian solar for a tremendous gain of over $9,000, or 127%. Great stock choice and great results in less than 6 months. And then there's Vitus P, who's on an incredible winning streak. He wrote in with another favorite. So far, I'm up on 7 of 8 trades. I've recommended you to my kids and friends. I let them know I trust you because I'm making money using your research and picks. And while we don't guarantee return on investments, as you know, a lot of your results depend on the action you take, the amount invested, and market forces and timing. We're proud to say we have more real customer experiences like this than we could even count. Because here's the thing, my monthly #1 stock recommendation is not the only wealth building tool you get as a member. I'll also keep you up to date with the top 10 stocks my Green Zone rating system identifies each week through my weekly hot list. If you're somebody who likes to trade more often, you can use these untracked stock picks to potentially make even more money. In fact, in the year and a half of publishing this list to subscribers, we've already had 52 triple-digit peak gains on our top performing hot list stocks, showing on your screen right now. Of course, not every hot list pick is a winner, but with this kind of performance, we haven't needed a perfect track record to make killer profits. And while the hot list stocks don't get the same sell guidance as our monthly recommendations, they add an additional layer of profit opportunities for members of Green Zone Fortunes. And if you're on the hunt for even more hot profit opportunities, as a member, you also have access to my proprietary Green Zone rating software. That means you can check the overall rating of any stock you want whenever you want. Just type the ticker in the search bar on our member site and you'll get a full breakdown of that company's Green Zone rating. And finally, on top of everything else you get as a member of Green Zone Fortunes, I'll also keep you up to date on all the happenings in the market through the lens of adaptive investing across my regular communications. So you'll always know what the market is doing at all times. And that's why I'm confident my newsletter can help you secure the rich retirement you deserve. In fact, if your portfolio has struggled to deliver the kind of returns you believe it's truly capable of, adaptive investing and a subscription to Green Zone Fortunes could be the answer. Join Green Zone Fortunes today and you'll get access to all this. 12 monthly issues of Green Zone Fortunes, including my #1 stock recommendation each month. 52 weeks of the Green Zone Fortunes top 10 weekly hot list. That's an extra 520 money-making opportunities over the next year. 52 weeks of market updates where I'll show you how, with adaptive investing, you can stay up to date on the hottest trends in the market at all times. 24/7 access to my proprietary patent-pending Green Zone rating system, so you can check the overall rating of any stock you want whenever you want. 24/7 access to our secure members-only website, including access to the model portfolio and our entire back catalog of special reports and resources. Plus, you can sign up for real-time text alerts, so you're guaranteed to never miss a new opportunity. And in addition to those standard member benefits, when you take a 100% risk-free trial subscription today, you'll also get the 3 free bonus reports I mentioned earlier. This includes your copy of The Tiny Company Dominating Tesla in the $1 trillion Green Energy Race. So, you're probably wondering what it costs to join, and I'll get to that. But before I do, there's one more gift I'd like to add. In seconds, you can be watching all 5 modules of my Momentum Principle Millionaire video series on the screen in front of you. Now, this exclusive video series reveals the #1 winning factor behind adaptive investing, including all my market-beating secrets and exactly how I've picked so many winners. You'll discover my #1 secret behind crushing the market year after year. A study by a prominent PhD found this secret has outperformed the market for over 200 years. That's right, 2 centuries of beating the market, and that's why it's the biggest secret behind adaptive investing. Are you stressed that your retirement accounts aren't growing fast enough? In the video series, I reveal a simple strategy to help you play catch up and boost your retirement income fast, even if you're close to retiring or already retired. I also reveal the #1 hidden indicator that tells you when markets are about to crash ahead of time. Now, you won't hear this from your mainstream financial advisor, but when it flashes, it'll give you the warning you need to protect your portfolio. And much, much more. Now, the video series is valued at nearly $600. And even at that price, it's a great deal. Yet you won't pay anywhere near that, or in fact, anything at all. The video series can be yours today for free when you take a trial subscription to my Green Zone Fortunes newsletter. This makes 4 bonuses I want to send you today with a combined value of more than $1,000, just for taking a no-risk trial subscription to my newsletter, Green Zone Fortunes. So let me tell you what it costs to join. The normal price for a 1-year subscription to Green Zone Fortunes is $199. And frankly, that is a bargain. On Wall Street, this sort of research can cost well into the hundreds of thousands of dollars per year. And when I was running my hedge fund, people put down millions of dollars to access my adaptive investing strategies. What I do now is crowdsource my research. Now that means instead of charging a few super rich people a huge sum to access it, I give access to tens of thousands of people, which brings the price down much lower. This way, I get to help out more folks like my parents and my grandparents. So for just $199 a year, you get the details of my #1 stock emailed to you each month. Plus, more than $1,000 worth of bonuses you get the moment you sign up. The price is a drop in the ocean compared to the value you're getting. But here's the thing, you're not even going to pay $199 today. In fact, if you take me up on this special offer right now, you can claim a full year of Green Zone Fortunes for just $47. That's more than 75% off the retail price, and you get more than $1,000 worth of bonuses at no additional charge. To get started, simply click the button that says, I want to see the details below. This will take you to our secure order form where you can review all the details of this offer before making a decision. But let me break it down. At the price on offer today, Green Zone Fortunes costs just $3.90 per month. That's less than half the price of the Wall Street Journal, with far more valuable information. And again, you get more than $1,000 worth of bonuses for free on top of your 12 monthly issues. To me, it's a total no-brainer to join now. And even better, for your convenience, we'll automatically enroll you in our customer continuity program. So 12 months from now, when your introductory membership in Green Zone Fortunes is up, your subscription will be automatically renewed for another year at more than half off the regular rate, just $79. This way, you'll never risk missing out on any of my research or stock picks. And of course, you can opt out of this auto renew feature at any time. In fact, there's no risk at all if you do decide to try my research service today. You can give Green Zone Fortunes a shot for 365 days, and if you don't make the kind of money you want, or you don't like my analysis or anything at all, you can simply cancel within the first 365 days and receive a full refund of your subscription fee. Regardless of what you decide, you'll keep all 4 bonuses I'm sending you today. That includes your copy of The Tiny Company Dominating Tesla in the $1 trillion Green Energy Race. Remember, as infinite energy technology becomes mainstream, I believe the stock in this report could rocket higher, never to come back down again. Especially because they're in prime position to receive the lion's share of the $65 billion the government is set to funnel toward this industry. And it could happen any day now. Imagine how exciting it would feel to ride a stock as it soars from obscurity into a household name, as it potentially becomes one of the biggest companies in the world. Well, that's the opportunity that I believe is contained in this report. And your subscription to Green Zone Fortunes, where we target these kinds of stocks each month. What's more, you can claim your free resources seconds after you join today, and buy into the company behind Infinite Energy Software straight away. And I highly recommend you do, because the quicker you get in, the greater your gains could be. So the way I see it, you have 3 choices today. Option number 1, do nothing and stay exactly where you are right now. If you're all set for your golden years, then maybe you don't need the details of the company behind Infinite Energy Software or a subscription to my Green Zone Fortunes newsletter. But if you want the chance to secure your future, that leaves you with 2 other options. Option number 2, do it yourself. You can scour the hundreds of companies in the infinite energy space and hope you stumble upon the right one. If you're willing to work hard and spend hours in front of your computer, you might be able to find some big winners. But what if you could just have everything handed to you on a plate? That's where option number 3 comes in. You let me do the work for you. I'll send you the details of the company behind Infinite Energy software right away. Plus, as a member of Green Zone Fortunes, I'll put my proven stock picking secrets to work for you and send you my #1 stock recommendation each month. In short, I'll do the legwork and send you my research and trade alerts. All you need to do is read it and place the trades if you decide to invest. And your life and your future could benefit massively. Seems like a wise decision to me, especially when you can get a 12-month subscription now for just $3.90 per month. And it couldn't be any simpler to join. All you have to do is click the orange button below to review the details of your order before accepting. And remember, when you accept your risk-free trial today, I'll also send you 4 free bonuses valued at more than $1,000. Plus all this: 12 monthly issues of my Green Zone Fortunes newsletter, 52 weeks of access to the Green Zone Fortunes Top 10 Weekly Hot List, 52 weeks of market updates powered by adaptive investing, 24/7 access to the private Green Zone Fortunes member site, including model portfolio and all past resources. Bonus gift number 1, the tiny company dominating Tesla in the $1 trillion green energy race. Bonus gift number 2, the top 2 battery tech innovators set to take the green tech boom by storm. Bonus gift number 3, from $1 billion to $100 billion, riding the holy grail of battery tech. Bonus gift number 4, Momentum Principle Millionaire video series, the complete guide to getting rich with the Momentum Principle. Simply click the button to review everything that comes with your subscription to Green Zone Fortunes today. I can't wait for you to join me.